As the 28th day of February 2017 officially commemorates the 20th anniversary of Roenigk proprietorship of the 1886 Crescent Hotel Spa, to be celebrated with a gala luncheon and a feast of remembrances in the Barefoot Ballroom of the 1905 Basin Park Hotel, the sister property of the Crescent. Be it therefore resolved that I, Lawrence P. Horowitz, Executive Director of Historic Hotels of America and Historic Hotels Worldwide, do hereby proclaim the 20th day of February 2017 as the 1886 Crescent Hotel and Spa, Elise Roenigk 20th Anniversary Proprietorship Day. And Elise, I'll get this photo copy framed and so you can hang it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have some folks at the head table. I haven't introduced them prior to this because they'll all be coming up saying a few words. The first person we have coming up is someone who was very, very excited about being able to take part, as was her boss. So at this time, I would like to bring to the microphone Catherine Goff, who is the field director for Senator John Bozeman.
Thank you, Bill. It's totally a privilege to be here today. I can't even remember how long John and Marty and Elise's friendship go back, but probably from the very beginning. I think I was over here early in this room with him when I first started in 2002. And so I'll just read a quick letter from him. Dear Elise, congratulations on your 20th anniversary in Eureka Springs in Northwest Arkansas. The contributions you and Marty have made to the area are a legacy that Arkansans will enjoy for generations to come. We are blessed that you chose to make your home here, and I thank you for your vision to preserve so much of our history. Your restoration of the 1905 Basin Park Hotel, the 1886 Crescent Hotel and Spa, the Eureka Auditorium, the War Eagle Mill area, and Eureka's historic springs have been instrumental to the vitality of our region. The investments you made are enjoyed by local citizens and visitors from around the world. Not only have you given your heart to restoring Eureka's historical treasures, your contribution of 1,200 pristine acres of land adjacent to the Buffalo River National Park, gifted to the Nature Conservancy, reflects a generosity to all Americans who visit public lands. The Buffalo River National Park is the pride and joy of Northwest Arkansas and is cherished by all who hike its trails, canoe the river, and enjoy its spectacular scenery. Thank you for enriching these experiences. Most importantly, Elise, I value your friendship and I appreciate being part of today's celebration in your honor. Sincerely, John Bozeman, U.S. Senator. And I did bring also a certificate of recognition from the Senator, which simply reads, in commemoration of 20 years of economic development, historic preservation, and conservation. February 28, 1997 to February 28, 2017. Thank you, Elise.
Thank you, Catherine, and thank you to Senator Bozeman for thinking of us and sending you over with that wonderful letter and proclamation. The next person I'm bringing up to the microphone is not shy, but she is retiring. Please bring to the microphone the Executive Director of Eureka Springs School of the Arts, Peggy Kelgar.
I can do this. I love microphones. Don't I always? Totally honored to be
Never
here.
saw one you didn't like.
She knows me too well. I'm honored to be here, and I'm even more honored to share with you a slice of my life and how I see the generous actions of you and Marty in the nonprofit world. My 10 years at Eureka Springs School of the Arts have brought me very close to the situation, and I I think I speak for all nonprofits, actually, and in particular the Writers' Colony and Mainstay, the Eureka Springs School of the Arts. Those are the three that I've been most affiliated with in my 10 years. And you and Marty embraced the nonprofits from your heart and still embrace them from the heart. Elise is still on every one of our boards. And she's the president. And she's the president of the Eureka Springs School of the Arts second run. I know we twisted that arm. Oh, 3 runs.
With that, and then this one, and then
Oh yeah, I forgot the one way back. I forgot that one way back. Anyway,
never born.
we love having you there. You're wonderful. And so I want to kind of give you a couple stories. I'm probably going to get in trouble for at least one of them. But the first thing is that when I first came, I was the director of ESSA. My first gig was the Elsa Friend Jewelry exhibit and show. I had never been exposed to that kind of thing. I came from the corporate world. I had no idea what I was in for. Marty and Elise hosted it. They gave us the venue, which was the building you now have all your offices in. And then the collection came from them. And it was this beautiful jewelry collection of Elsa Friend. And we had Bob Eppendorf come and curate it, and Miss Mary Springer was huge in getting it set up, and I don't even know how we found all those jewelry boxes. So here I am at my first gig, and I'm making money for the school and haven't done really anything but just show up at this thing because it was hosted by Marty and Elise. That's the kind of thing they do. Then, the next thing, now this is a story I'm probably going to get in a little trouble over. Because, you know, Elise loves to be anonymous about her giving, and we have always, we're steadfast, although we all knew where the money came from. But this one in particular, I'm going to step over the line just a little bit and tell the well story. Do you remember the well story? Okay, so, don't get mad at me, okay? I have to tell the story because it's so perfect for today so that you understand the generosity that comes from them. Okay, so we've gotten our first big batch of money to build a brand new iron studio. It was metal fabrication and blacksmithing. We were so excited. And along with it, we had put in money for infrastructure because we needed a new well. I had researched the whole surrounding area. Right, Steve? I researched the whole, and the well cost, the high end was $25,000. It was going to cost us $25,000 to dig a well. I was a little naive back then. But anyway, so we asked for it and we got the money along with the money for the studio. So we get Mr. Shooty out there to find a spot to dig the well. Guess what? No, we had water, but that was a residential cost, and I had checked with all residential wells, and that was the high end. We needed a commercial well because we were a school. Well, that $25,000 now was $65,000. ESSA did not have the money to meet the gap. So, did some fundraising. I got a little bit in, got a little bit there. And then we got the Empire Company to give us a year-long interest-free loan to cover part of it. We still weren't bridging the gap. Had a lunch date with Elise, not about this, at Fresh. And in our conversation, she hands me an envelope. It bridged the gap. And I was... And I know I'm not keeping us anonymous. And I didn't, tell how much was in that bridge. Okay, but anyway, I was astounded because I had been so stressed over this. I tend to get that way a little bit. I get a little bit like, oh no, what are we going to do now? And so I said, that's a lot of money, Elise. And she said, it's just money and I just want to keep you happy. I will never forget that lunch. That was just a highlight. Now, everybody will want to have lunch with you, at Fresh. In addition, I cannot mention Nat Hatter Ball. It's just another example of how they give and give and give, and how Elise continues to give and give and give. We have had over I think we've had at least 12 Mad Hatter Ball fundraisers at the Crescent Hotel. And at the beginning, the discount rate we get kept us going, and we now have a very successful fundraiser. It sells out every year, and it's because of your kind heart. It's just the way they are. You know, I've never asked Elise for money. She's just always known when to give it when we most need it, and it's come in. And I think, honestly, I can speak for a lot of nonprofits in the area in thanking you. You know how you always used to give people little angels in your pocket when they most needed it? You're our angel. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Peggy, and I think we've all learned a lesson here today. Dig to the well first, then build the school. Our next speaker really needs no introduction. I'll give him just a short one. He is the mayor of Eureka Springs, the Honorable Butch Perry.
Elise, it's a privilege to be able to come up here and to have you here. Somebody mentioned just a minute ago about being angels, and you're an angel for Eureka Springs. I'm sitting here thinking back when I was watching the slideshow, because I remember when y'all came in 20 years ago and purchased the hotel. And I thought, well, here comes another one. And we have had a lot of those. And, you know, and they didn't leave the mark at all. I mean, you came in and you and Marty put your money where your hearts are. And you've really done so much to this whole city. And I was also thinking, too, I think one of the first times we worked together was with the Lane House. With the children's after school, and you came in and you just jumped right in. And then eventually the Lane House became main stage, and you're still there. And thinking about the hotels, and I was, you know, you converted and made the hotels. I didn't know you could make the Crescent Hotel any better, but you made it the jewel, not only of Eureka Springs, but I think of the historic hotels of America. You know, what a blessing we are to have you in town. You've not only touched the architectural fabric, but the people that you've touched in Eureka Springs and around Eureka Springs. We'll never be able to repay you for all that you've done to this town, and this is just a little honor that it's just I can't express my gratitude for you being here and so much that you've given to Eureka. You really have touched all of us, not only the Basin Park, the Crescent, main stage, you know, the riders' colonies. You've taken buildings that were, you know, not hopeless, but, you know, almost hopeless, and you put hope back into them, just as you have our town. I can't imagine where Eureka Springs would be today, 20 years later, if you hadn't come in. You're our Christmas spirit, and you live here every day, and we're so blessed. And I'm blessed to have you here and call you my friend. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mayor. And last and surely not least, since he's my boss, I would like to bring to the microphone the general manager of the 1905 Basin Park Hotel and the 1886 Crescent Hotel and Spa, the vice president of operations, and the guy who sometimes regrets it, but the guy who hired me. So please welcome to the microphone, without any further ado, Jack Victor Moyer.
I actually interviewed Bill Locke in that jockey suit. We did not make that story up, but actually we did. So Bill tells us that we're all getting older, but we in the room, we know that our clothes never go out of style. So I thought I would be best to model this 2002 jewel that still is worn by many of us in the staff, so several of us have these, and I thought, what the heck, I'll just put that on for today. So, all right. Seriously, we're all here to celebrate 20 years of Elise and Marty coming to join us. I remember clear as day, as you may also, sitting in the atrium room, and in walks Marty and Elise, and we realized that we had new ownership at the hotels, and he said at the time that, you know, the name on the paycheck is gonna just change, but we really like what's happening here at the hotel, and we want to continue, and we're only gonna make it better. So that was how we started, a very positive relationship. It was fun putting the slideshow together because it really brought back a lot of memories, but it also brought back that we were going to and have had sort of a consistent and persistent vision. You can watch our current and former employees wince a little bit because our philosophy is not from going from here, these pictures that you have on the tables of what it used to look like. We didn't go from here to where we are today immediately. We just raised the bar a little bit every year. We raised the bar a little bit every year, and progressively that became something more and something more and something more. It really brought me back to remembering, and this is hard to believe, but 18 years ago, we were at our dawning of our second Golden Age celebration. And I think you saw a lot of the pictures. And Marty famously said at that celebration, with all sincerity, he says, in 5 years, I pledge to put these hotels back to the status that they had 100 years ago. And that was simply reclaiming the status that we will be Arkansas's symbol of hospitality. It was really a joy for him that we accomplished that feat. And we take great pride today in continuing to maintain that mantra. In fact, we really take great responsibility in running the hotels, being a primary employer in Eureka Springs. We, through Elise's guidance, recognize that we serve as a role model. We serve as a standards bearer. We are a family provider to over 250 families and everything that magnifies through there. But we also serve as a trainer of skills for individuals to enter hospitality and to learn careers and professionalism and friendliness for not only hospitality careers, but for this huge network of people that have come through these hotels and have stretched throughout. I'm so reminded, and many of you know a fellow by the name of Ben Wolf, who was he's an attorney now, and he's like got a real job and all that nonsense, and he still goes back to being 14 years old, setting banquet tables in the Ozark Room, and he still goes back to those being really fond memories, and we recognize that we have that role. I wanted to also share, though, a little bit of Marty's vision, because after we stabilized the business, Marty recognized early on that we also needed to be very community-minded, and we had to recharge this destination, Eureka Springs. That started as the Downtown Development Initiative, and things such as the Save the America's Treasure for the auditorium, but it was also an aggressive encouragement to participate in all things relevant local, whether it's the Eureka Springs Main Street program, initiating Eureka Springs Mardi Gras, the Wedding to Adventure Month, Blues Weekend, the participation in the Eureka Springs Chamber, the Ozark Mountain Music Festival, the Community Development Partnership, obviously roles in the volunteerism in the community organizations like ESSA or Main Stage, participating actively in developing Eureka Springs youth through the Eureka Springs High School programs, Eureka Springs Trails, ECHO Clinic, and our current energy through the Eureka Springs Community Center Foundation. All of these things sort of bring our creed together. Our creed that every new employee hires and every employee lives, and it used to be on here, I don't know, it's maybe worn out, there it is there. So if we produce it, it's on there. And these are really our guiding principles for the hotel that start from the top and work all the way down. We create lifetime memories for everyone who comes here. We don't sell hotel rooms, we sell experiences. We protect the irreplaceable. We realize that we're curating these buildings for the next generations. We build the individual. We believe in hiring individuals of good character. We provide opportunities for those individuals to take their career as far as they want to go, and we'll be there to support them. And we believe in being community-minded, for our community deserves to be vibrant. Over the last 20 years, those things have been interesting and challenging and rewarding for everyone. As the manager of this fun adventure that we're all on, I wanted to make sure that I recognize all of the employees that are in the room. It's nice to see all of the former employees that are in the room. And we also want to thank all of our friends in the Eureka Springs community for helping to make that become a reality. On a separate note, and of course, Elise said this should not be about her, which I thought was laughable, actually. But I did pretty good in the first bit of the speech. True? All right. And I didn't want to go into great detail, but let me just say that there are probably easier paths for human beings to pursue than operating historic hotels in the Ozarks when you have passed 50 years old. And Elise has consciously chosen that more difficult route. And she doesn't really do it for herself. She does it for us. And we recognize that. She's challenged us to be fiscally responsible, but she also challenges us to be supportive of Eureka Springs and what's in the best interest of all of our employees. Elise, I want to thank you for taking care of all of us. And I want to say that we continue to honor Marty's vision in supporting a sustainable strategy so that these hotels will be available for future generations. Thank you.
Now that she's standing, ladies and gentlemen, or was standing, let's bring her to the microphone. The proprietor of the Crescent+Basin Park Hotel, Elise Roenigk.
I want you to know, I come from a background that really fits into Eureka Springs. Someday, I may tell you about dating the fire eater. or I may tell you about being on the tomb watch list in Birmingham, Alabama, in the period right before the bomb fell to kill it at the church that killed the girls. Or about doing all the marches in Washington. Or going to Atlanta to meet Martin Luther King. Actually, Martin Luther King spoke at Marty's graduation, and Coretta Scott King graduated from Antioch. But that was all prior Marty. Did some things. I was more than rebel, if you couldn't have guessed. But when we came to Eureka, we came because of Miles Music Museum. We had been collecting music boxes, player pianos and all those things for many, many years. And we were in the area, and so we came to see Floyd. and see what he had and what he wanted to sell. And during that time, we walked the streets of Eureka Springs. Something happened. We fell in love with this place. We felt like we belonged here. Now, this is for two pretty straight accounting personalities who feel they belong somewhere. But we've been looking for 10 years for a place to retire to, and we've looked. You ever going to see the Indianapolis railroad station in downtown Indianapolis? We did. I thought it might be a good investment. All over the country, we've looked at places. Something about Eureka felt right. We just felt like this is where we should go. Didn't have a college we were looking for. Certainly wasn't very big, but we looked like small towns. And so we decided this was where we were going to live. And we went looking for a place to live and thought, living in a hotel right downtown ought to be good. And so we bought the hotel. It should have said something. Anyway, here we are, 20 years later. We've come a long way. And really, this is not about me. This is about where all of you have bought these hotels. I certainly can't do it by myself. I don't want to do it by myself. I don't have the energy anymore to do it by myself. But it's all of you who have pitched in and done wonders for this hotel. And for that, I thank you greatly.
And now, Mr. Moore, I understand you have one more official duty?
I do.
Okay, you ready to do it now?
What is it? Oh, okay. All right, so everybody needs to sign the picture board. We're going to take a photograph, okay? The picture board and the photograph will be given to Elise. Obviously, you figured that out. The second copy of the picture will end up in the time capsule, which we're going to pull off the cover and see what we look like in 1999. Stretch it out on the table, update the time capsule, and seal it back up. And then who knows what'll maybe Jordan will open it in 50 years.
And before we go out, this is your opportunity to share a memory that you'd like to share of Elise.
And the hotels.
And whatever you would like to do. So I'm going to be playing, what was his name? Donahue? Phil Donahue. I know I'm dating myself. But he used to walk around with the microphone. I guess Oprah does it now, so doesn't she?
Hello. I wanted to say that this May we'll be celebrating the Library Foundation for our 12th Books in Bloom at the Crescent Hotel, but we wouldn't be having even the first Books in Bloom if it hadn't been for that wonderful meeting that my co-chair, Lynn Welford, and I had with Elise and Marty 13 years ago when we stopped in the Crystal Dining Room and had coffee and tried to explain what our crazy idea was for having a literary festival in Eureka Springs. And you took a chance on us, and we will. And now we are, and now we're celebrating our 12th, which will be, bigger and better than ever, of course. And I want to thank you on behalf of the Library Foundation for your support, your encouragement, being an underwriter for it, not having weddings that entire day in May. So we really appreciate it beyond words. And on a personal note, thank you for buying all those Girl Scout cookies for my daughter.
Thanks, Bill. Hey, everybody, I'm Scott Simon with the Nature Conservancy. I really don't like microphones, so this will be short. But I'm here with my colleague, Carol Wright. I had a story about our power couple, sort of a romantic story. So you all know they're great collectors. I mean, you probably experienced all the great collections. Well, one of the things they collected was waterfalls. And they collected Six is laughing. I mean, so that can get very expensive, like hotels. Oh, this 1,000 acres, that'll be great. Well, one of the waterfalls, they chose to work with us, the Nature Conservancy, spectacular place in Boxley Valley on the Buffalo, and worked with us to donate 2 square miles of bluffs and creeks and caves right at the top of Boxley Valley called Smith Creek. And they did not want any recognition, they didn't want a name for themselves, but all their friends named a particular place on the property for Elise, Ville de la Elise Falls, a French Indian name that means, who goes there, Elise? And it's neat because Elise, to many of us, you're a philanthropist, but you're also friend and mentor and incredible role model. And then after that, she has continued to support places in the Ozarks and along the Kings River. And now tens of thousands of people use all these places that you've helped make available. And they're just a great benefit for people all over Arkansas and here in Eureka. So thanks, Elise, for everything.
When I first met Elise, she was out there in the garden. I thought she was the gardener. I didn't know. But that was the first time I remember ever seeing Elise in Eureka Springs. She was out there working in the garden, just in some frumpy clothes, and I had no idea that she was the owner of the hotels here in town. And I can't thank you enough for all you've done for not only our community, but for Turpentine Creek Wildlife Refuge also, because it makes so much difference whenever we have somebody that supports us the way you have for many, many years. So thank you so much.
Anyone else?
I'm going to speak in a different capacity. From Mardi Gras, I want to thank Elise. She was one of the very first queens, and the Crescent Hotels have helped build this wonderful series of events that now is 11 events and over 2 full weeks. And Elise, thank you and Jack and Bill and everyone at the hotels for standing behind Dan when he was starting those. The first 10 years was awesome. Thank you.
Well, years ago, Marty bought one of my paintings, Celebrate Nature, for more than I thought anybody would ever buy one of my paintings for. And down at the bottom, he pointed out to me, he says, down here on the bottom right, it says, Secrets of Life Coming Soon. I said, yeah. And he said, well, what are you waiting for? And he was always, instigating people to do things. Why hold back? So, Marty, the Secrets of Life are happening in the musical Willimantic and the Mugakillawamps, which will be happening in 2018. And thank you, Marty, for saying, what are you waiting for?
Elise, I remember the first time I met you at a Historic Hotels of America conference and shared my love since I was 19 years old for the Crescent Hotel in Eureka Springs. Who knew it would come to this? I thank you for bringing me. No, I did not work for you then. I was in New York then. But thank you for bringing me to Eureka Springs. And I think I speak for many of the employees here today when sometimes things get, the days are long and you're thinking, why do we do this? And you just have that ability to always appear right when one of your staff needs to see you. And we look at you and we know you're the reason we do it. Thank you.
Anyone else?
Hi, I'm Annunziata. Some of you may know me, but I want to tell you one of the wonderful experiences that I had with Elise. She may not remember this, but I definitely remember this. I invited her to my home here in Eureka, where I lived on Fairmount Street. And if some of you know me, I'm very eclectic, so I have a big variety of stuff and furniture and colors and things in my house. And I had just recently actually given my dining room table and chairs to my son, who had recently moved to Arkansas. So the day came and I had invited Elise to come to my house for lunch. And I had everything prepared, all the food prepared. And then I realized, oh my God, I don't have a table. Where is she going to sit? And Elise, as being as gracious as she always has been, I thought, okay, well, let's see. I've got this wonderful antique wooden ironing board. I'll set that up in my living room, and I had two beautiful antique chairs. And I set the whole table with my little special plates and napkins and things like that. And she arrived, and she just looked at it, and she just said, cool. And we proceeded to have a wonderful lunch. And I will always remember that with Elise. And one little story that I'd like to share with Marty, about Marty. I had a dog, as maybe you all may have remembered, Cupola, that I had for 15 years, and I walked the entire perimeter of Eureka Springs twice a day with my dog Cupola, and many times I encountered Marty with Anya. And Anya, as the sweet little girl that she was, she would always just kind of wave and wiggle and then lay down and roll over. And Marty, I would encounter him and he'd go, I hate when she does that. He would try to get her to stand up. And I'd say, it's all right. She's just doing her dog thing. And she's a great dog, Marty. And he says, yeah, I know. So that's my story of Marty. And I love you.
Okay. When she gets through talking to Jack. Hey, thank you for always being there. I remember when I would get a new girlfriend, you'd frisk him and say, hey, you do anything to hurt her, you gotta answer to me. She said that to my wife as well. And now she says it to me. No, when we moved to Colorado, Elise came out there, one or two visits, 2 in a row, right? And it just, I guess there's another aspect to her that I went out to California to do some work out there, and she said, if you get in trouble, call me and I'll be right out there. So this is the kind of person you are, and we love you.
Elise, I just want to thank you again for the 22 and a half years I had at Crescent. It was wonderful. I'll never forget it. It's great memories, and thank you, Jack.
You're coming back?
Yeah. You never know.
As long as we got that photograph of Boyd opening the door with all the poinsettias in the lobby, he'll never leave our hotel. He's always there.
Hi, my name is Jennifer. I'm the supervisor at the New Moon Spa, and I'm going to speak of the ones on behalf that can't. We all know what my passion, or most of you know what my passion is in the hotel besides the spa, and that would be the ones that meow. So I want to thank you so much for allowing Jasper to live with us, because he is my boy and my baby and all the cats in the past, and I'm very happy that we are animal friendly. Thank you.
And for those of you who haven't met his partner, Jasper, who's still at the hotel, you can come by and give him scratches. We're real friendly.
I just want to share a little memory I have when I was working